Okay, the end of another week, looking forward to the start of a new one, and it's been very exciting in natural gas. I've got some longs, and I'm hoping for more upside. And why would I say such a thing? Well, I think what we've seen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 complete waves down into not only a big price support here, this is the big pivot here, this is also an important long-term 94.1% fib, and that's from the quarterly. So in terms of natural gas's sort of long-term price range, from this the quarterly close to the quarterly high all time, at least for this asset, we retrace 94.1% of the long-term range that natural gas tends to spend its time in, and we're backing off from that now and we're working on our way up. If we close over at the 88.6 at 2.6, 9, 2.7, you can see that's also a very big price pivot. It's not just a fib line, it's also an important price pivot. And previously on the way down we were stabbing above it and being rejected downwards, so if we can continue to move up and get over it, that would signal a resumption, I think, of uptrend. Weekly, we've got this channel which is formed. Again, you see the low here. We've, this inefficient move has been all but filled back in, and we've congested, and then we've gone and made a low, and we've reacted upwards. Head, left shoulder, right shoulder, a bit premature for saying that. But where was the resistance coming from? Well, if we go to the local high from 2022, we put on an anchored VWAP, we captured this high, we captured this high, and then we captured this high. So at some point we might anticipate we re-challenge that VWAP. And there it is. Now in terms of the low close was on Thursday the 15th of February 2024. This was the Sunday night session here. They made the absolute low, but the low close was here. And we pop in again, the anchored VWAP. It's the pivot, it's the low, it's the low. We get a bounce, we get a wick, and we've come up into it again, which also matches up with this pivot. You can see this low, this high at around 2.27. And the price action so far has been very constructive. We fell to the bottom of this channel line. Previously the middle led to a drop. We challenged the middle, we fell back, and then we came up. And this is the pattern we've seen. Look, head, left shoulder, right shoulder at the bottom on these wicks. We go up, we retest. We go up, we retest. We go up, we retest. So price keeps coming down and finding buyers. We're not getting wicks on top. Here we're getting wicks on the bottom, so this was a signal maybe that things were starting to surround. We're getting wicks on bottom, we're getting higher closes. You can see that the VWAP resistance was the exact top on Thursday the 8th of August, and we pulled back a little bit, made this nice little hammer candle, and all being well, we'll continue on the up. And I want to see us come into these highs up here. It'd be nice if we could challenge up here. We've got the top of this channel here first at 2324ish. Then we've got some resistance here again at the 88.6 at 2674ish, top of this channel. But then really we get through all that, we should be looking at squeaking above this wick here at 3, or above this high at 3.2, challenging the descending VWAP from the highs of a couple of years back, which will be coming in like again about 3,000, something like that. That's the daily. If we go down to the 4-hourly, no matter how many times I delete this fib extension, it keeps coming back. So we can see again. One slight worry is could this be left shoulder head and we have a right shoulder? midweek next week we come all the way back down to the 2 level, 2 to 250 sort of thing. I keep deleting this, it keeps coming back. You can see the channel, we've had a nice channel so far, nice upwards channel. See, this was the, we'll get rid of that now, this was like the wedge, this was like another wedge on a lower time frame, yep, 4 hour wedging action, back test in the vicinity here. And yeah, so any move down, that looks like a decent back test. I suppose I would try and long it again if I got stopped out, but it all looks very constructive to me. Let's go to semiconductors, daily. Oh god, where was it? Weekly? No, daily. Maybe I've deleted it. I had this marked up with a nice head and shoulders. Somewhere. Did I call it on the month? I called it somewhere. Well, in any case, let's start on the monthly. So you can see negative divergence forming. You can see we've fallen out of this wedge. We were at the top of this channel. We just took it above this wick high. We started wicking around ourselves, and now we've moved down. The pivot there is at 24,300 on the monthly. That's going to be resistance, an important resistance. There's your negative divergences, and indeed more locally at the local high, and then you could have just ran, you know, created a channel, or looked for the moving average cross, close under the moving average. There's a signal to go short. Right shoulder again. We're already in the zone for potentially forming a right shoulder. All kinds of resistance up above. I don't think it looks good. Was it Nasdaq? I had a really nice head and shoulders somewhere, but now I can't find it. What's this? 61.8. That's the big monthly extension that we've hit on the Nasdaq. And again, bull bar, doji, down. Exploring down to the moving averages here, into this, the close open monthly pivot here at 17,340. Losing 18,250 would be extremely bad. Resistance, I suppose, would be at 19,500, the bottom of this doji, and also 18,980, the top of this wick here, and also obviously the fib level 18,300. All the important levels going forwards on the monthly. Weekly, we fell out of our channel. It's not good to fall out of your channel. It's like falling out of bed. You land with a thump, and then you normally don't get back up again. Ha! If you've been drinking, maybe. It all hinges on these key price pivots and levels. Is it going to stay above them? Is it going to go through them? There's a bull case to be made. You know, you can make the bull case that as long as we stay above, again, 18,260, 18,3, we've completed the down move. But otherwise, I suppose you would be looking to sell. What's that look like on the S&P 500? Yeah, I mean, never say never. The amount of times people have been expecting the market to sort of finally crash, and it, you know, never does. You never want to discount the ability for, well, the market to have more upside, or for whoever is directing the market to propel it further to the upside. Well, this is like a 1-2. We came all the way back down to the wave 2, all the way back here in April. I mean, I'd hate to say, I'd really hate to say, if I was involved in this, or looking to get involved in this, what would I be doing? Well, that's the daily, 4 hourly, hourly. Ooh, I'd hate this stagnating price action. It's so stagnant. it's just slow and stagnant and losing momentum, but that by itself doesn't mean an awful lot. Maybe I would use this channel as my guide, and maybe, whoops, if it fell out of this light blue channel, or broke out of this light blue channel, messy. Don't like it. Crude. Let's start on the monthly. Well, as many people have noted, we're in a the triangle. Let's try and get that a bit more precise. That's monthly close, and it can't make up its mind which way to go. We keep violating the upside of the triangle, keep violating and wicking the low side of the triangle. No particular indication. Ooh, that's too many lines now. You can see. Let's thicken this up just to make it super clear. What should we make it? Green, thick and green. Let's do that then. So many lines. Let's get rid of some of these. Yeah, let's leave that one in. Yeah, I mean, we've come a long way since 120, nearly $130. And we came down last year to 63 3/4, and we had the rebound, and up and down, and up and down, and up and down, and it doesn't know what it wants to do. It doesn't know what it wants to do. If we're going to come down, we need to come below 63. If we're going to go up, we need to go to at least above these wicks here at 87. It could fanning around forever, but it's been fanning around. If we say that it's been in this, where should we put the box? Yeah, it's been in a year and a bit of fanning around, not really going anywhere. On the weekly, this is all relative. It's gone a long. If you were trading on a lower time frame, obviously it's gone a long way. You could have made and lost very good money and very bad money. It looks like a nice candle, but again, the next candle could be terrible. This is the problem with looking at things psychologically from a candle by candle perspective. You're constantly being thrown one way and the other unexpectedly. Shall I just delete everything on the daily time frame? Yeah, let's do that. But I think there's your big monthly close trend line, so if it's above that, I'd be buying. Cocoa. So this is lines of angle, these yellow diagonal lines. Every time it hits, it means, or seems to mean something. And we've hit, and we're at resistance at 7,760. So either you're selling, or you're thinking, or I would be thinking, if we stay above 7,500, that'd be a long, I suppose, if you're on the long side. GBP USD. We've got the divergences, positive short term, positive reversal in the long term. But the issue is we've had the pop. We've had a nice 2 candle pop. We've gone from the lows at 12,660 to 12, so that's 100. 14 point move. Is it done? Is it done? It's at resistance now, so I guess you're looking for it to break out. In terms of support, you'd want to see it holding above these wick lows here. So yeah, if you were long, you'd want it to stay above here. If you were short, you'd be shorting it now and looking for it to fail up the channel. There's no magic way of knowing what way it's going to go. Oops. We're above the 5. This is support. This is wick high, wick low. This is previous. So above 1270.30 would look good as long as it's holding above there. That's looking good. Is there anything else worth looking at? GBP JPY. Look at my fucking sales signal here. Maybe this was the one. Let's was it on the weekly? No. Monthly? No. Daily? Yeah, well, this is the unwinding of the yen carry trade that's destroying everything in the markets. Does it have more legs to the downside? Well, it certainly looks bad enough. Again, like the S&P, like indices, you found the support in the January-February lows, and we bounced, and we've got a sluggish action at the top, but we're above some key supports. But this could just be rolling over, or it could be surprising strength. And actually, everything is going to be goosed and pumped all over again, and everyone's going to be shocked that, you know, once again, this is not the financial apocalypse. But yeah, I mean, good move. I wasn't involved at all. Good move. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Like specs, just sluggish, unclear, not really doing anything. Yeah, we lose these key levels, these huge fibs. We lose, what's that, 1863.2 to 1857.4. We lose those. Yeah, I'd be presumptively shorting again, I suppose. That's my take.